Something sacred within you is becoming quiet. It once moved like a living thread beneath your skin, gentle, steady, and filled with meaning. That energy now folds inward with a rhythm shaped by silence. You feel it in your chest, in your breath, in the ache that lingers between your thoughts. You continue moving through your days. You speak, you give, you carry what must be carried. Yet behind all of it, something watches. It speaks through your stillness, through the heaviness behind your eyes, through dreams that leave behind a trace of recognition. Its presence never fades. It waits with patience deeper than time. There was a time when others felt lighter around you. Their voices softened, their pain loosened. They breathed differently in your presence. The change never came from effort. It came from the current you carried. A silent gift lived in your hands, in your voice, in the space you offered without asking. You came into the world with that light. You carried it through moments you never marked as sacred. It continues to rest just beneath your skin, whole, intact, waiting. Your soul still holds the imprint. This is the moment of return. The energy you once lived with remains within reach, and when you choose to remember, it will rise again, clear, calm, and fully alive. If these words awaken something within you, write, "The light returns now," in the comments. Let this moment anchor you. Let this message reach those who were born to remember. Touch the bell, subscribe with intention, and allow your energy to stay aligned with this frequency. Look at the palm of your hand. When the letter M, or crescent moon, appears clearly in the center of your hand, that presence speaks louder than words. It marks a soul chosen before time began. These marks reveal a spiritual covenant placed directly into the body. In Isaiah 49:16, it is written, "See, I have engraved you upon the palms of my hands." That engraving continues through the generations, carved into flesh, woven into identity, carried by those chosen to hold the healing frequency. The letter M is formed at the intersection of three sacred paths: the line of wisdom, the line of love, and the line of life. Wisdom grants insight beyond logic. Love awakens compassion that moves through every gesture. Life brings movement, transforming a still presence into an energetic action. When these three lines converge, the letter M is formed. This symbol is not still. It vibrates. It carries the movement of light through every space you enter. This frequency exists within your hands. The crescent moon holds a different kind of energy. Soft, radiant, deep as the night sky. It carries the vibration of protection, of restoration, of quiet strength. Those who carry the moon offer refuge. Their presence soothes emotional wounds. Their gaze calms what has been restless for years. Their touch restores balance where words cannot reach. The moon in the palm of the hand shines like a hidden lantern, guiding those who seek peace to safety. Those marked with both the letter M and the crescent do not need to perform. Their presence transforms the energy around them. Their silence balances the room. Their stillness invites healing. Their spirits are assigned a sacred role, not through learning or training, but through divine recognition. These signs are not just symbols. They are proof. They are living imprints of spiritual heritage. And as you begin to honor them, something ancient within you begins to awaken. You did not ask for this role. You were born with it. You were sent with it. And now it is time to walk in it. Fully, clearly, boldly. You have healed others more times than you can count, long before you ever searched for the meaning of healing. It began in ordinary moments, when someone sat beside you and their shoulders dropped. They didn't need advice. They didn't need answers. They only needed your presence. Something inside them settled. Their breath changed. Their eyes found clarity. You didn't force anything. You didn't plan anything. The moment created itself through the energy you carried. There were times when your silence became the medicine. You listened deeply, even when no words were spoken. The quiet around you didn't feel heavy. It felt sacred. People began to hear their own voice more clearly just by being near you. In that space, they returned to themselves. The stillness you offered acted like a mirror, steady, open, unshaken. You stepped into tense rooms and something shifted. The energy softened. Children stopped crying. The anxious became calm. People who felt lost began to feel safe. You didn't announce your intention. You didn't explain your presence. Yet balance returned through your existence. You've been called many things: gentle, grounding, comforting. People have looked at you and said, "I don't know why I trust you." Others have told you, "Just sitting with you feels like enough." They didn't understand the reason, but they recognized something ancient in you. They felt the field around you doing what words could never do. For a long time, you believed it was your personality. You believed you were simply kind. Yet the truth runs deeper. A sacred frequency has lived inside you since the beginning. It speaks through your stillness. It moves through your hands. It breathes through your presence. And every time you honor that natural stillness, the gift activates again. You have been doing the work of a healer far before you ever knew the word. There was no title. There was no training. There was only light. And you have always been the one through whom that light chose to move. Your healing ability moves through sacred intelligence. This energy lives with sensitivity and responds to how you use it. When carried with spiritual awareness, it flows with clarity. When directed without boundaries, it begins to withdraw into silence. Healing energy thrives where it is recognized, guided, and protected. You have offered yourself many times without listening to your inner alignment. You stepped in with a generous heart, hoping to lift someone from pain. You felt their struggle and gave your light freely. But in moments where your intuition stayed quiet, your energy field began to stretch beyond balance. Generosity must walk alongside spiritual clarity. The heart opens wide, but the spirit watches over direction. Many emotions have passed through you. You received sorrow, confusion, heaviness. You held space with compassion, but the flow from above paused. Your inner system carried weight that belonged elsewhere. The container stayed open too long, and the sacred rhythm became unstable. Giving, by nature, invites emptiness when the source is not replenished. You brought healing into places that resisted light. You entered fields still holding tight to pain. You shared your presence in environments that did not make room for peace. With time, your own field adjusted. The vibration of others began to shape your own. You lowered your frequency to meet theirs, and the flow within you dimmed. Healing asks for readiness. When the space cannot hold it, the current returns to its origin. Love without direction leads the spirit away from its assignment. You listened with full attention. You helped with full effort. You poured into many, and somewhere in that pattern, you moved farther from your original center. The energy you carry responds best when guided by intention. Every sacred role lives through remembrance. Now, the light folds inward. It returns to its protected chamber. The gates close to preserve the core of what still remains whole. Sacred energy recognizes when the vessel needs renewal. Your soul senses the shift. It knows when to hold back and wait for alignment. The gift continues to live inside you. The field remains active beneath the surface. And this moment marks the turning point. With one clear choice, the energy begins to move again, with strength, with purpose, with full recognition of the role you were born to carry. The signs are already appearing. You're not just tired. You're not just busy. Your soul is speaking in quiet warnings, and the message is clear. A sacred function inside you is shifting. A field that once flowed without resistance is now releasing signals through the body, the voice, the dreams, and the way others respond to you. These are not random experiences. These are messages meant to bring you back to alignment. Your words continue to flow. You speak, you guide, you share. But something has changed in the way others receive them. There was a time when your voice carried light. Each sentence felt like a key turning inside someone else's heart. Now, your words move through the air, but they no longer enter. They land gently, but they don't settle. The frequency has shifted, and your light no longer rides on the sound the same way it once did. Children used to look at you and smile without knowing why. Animals used to approach you with a strange trust, as if they remembered something in you. That response came from the frequency you carried, pure, protective, gentle in its strength. That frequency has grown quiet. The most sensitive creatures feel it first. Their absence speaks a truth your mind cannot deny. Your hands know this truth as well. The center of your palms used to carry warmth, vibration, or a pulse that came alive during moments of presence. Now that sensation flickers or disappears completely. Your healing current once traveled through your hands like a river. That river now feels blocked or distant, like a stream hidden beneath layers of stone. The roles you once held with ease begin to feel foreign. You continue showing up. You continue doing the same work. But those around you stay the same. They do not open. They do not change. And deep inside, you feel a quiet question rising. Where did the light go? Your intuitive sense feels cloudy. Decisions require long thought. Outcomes surprise you. The knowing that used to guide your steps now waits behind silence. Dreams arrive with noise, not clarity. Symbols feel broken. Visions dissolve into confusion. The messages from above no longer form pathways. They swirl, unsettled and dim. Your outer world may appear unchanged. Your body keeps moving. Your actions stay consistent. But inside, the engine of divine energy has slowed. A sacred spark once lived in every gesture, every word, every breath. That spark still exists, but it now rests deep within, waiting for recognition, waiting for remembrance, waiting for you to call it back. Your light knows when to expand and when to retreat. It follows the rhythm of your awareness. When you carry it with clarity, it moves in harmony with your purpose. When you use it without direction, it begins to withdraw. This withdrawal does not reflect weakness. It reflects wisdom. Sacred energy protects itself when the vessel forgets to protect the gift. You have given without pause. You have opened yourself in every direction. Anyone in pain found a place in you. Anyone searching for safety came to your presence. You welcomed each one with softness. You listened. You embraced their stories. You offered your field as a place to rest. Some received what they needed and moved forward. Others stayed, returning again and again, drawing from your light without stepping into transformation. The current kept flowing, but the space gave nothing in return. Your system recognized the imbalance. There were moments when you offered your energy to those who carried resistance. Their hearts were not ready to shift. Their souls held on to old patterns. Still, you entered. You carried the role of healer. You hoped to awaken something sacred in them. Their response created a different outcome. They pushed against what you offered. Their words carried friction. Their eyes returned confusion. Each encounter left you feeling less grounded, less clear, less alive. Your inner field adjusted. The light began to turn inward. You opened your energy to all directions. Every pain became your assignment. Every wound became your responsibility. You reached without questioning the timing. You gave without sensing the alignment. Healing light requires focus. It flows with greatest strength when held with boundaries, discernment, and timing. Without those anchors, the current scatters. Your field becomes diluted. The frequency fades. Your soul noticed first. The deeper intelligence within you began to close certain channels. It guided the light to a safer chamber. It pulled the current inward. It preserved what remained. This movement came from truth. The gift you carry responds only to precision. It flows with direction. It expands through spiritual structure. Without that structure, it seeks shelter. Now the light rests. It lives inside your inner temple. It remains full, vibrant, and waiting. It surrounds itself with silence, listening for the return of awareness. It responds to reverence. It answers to the clarity of purpose. Your soul remembers the full design. The role of healing continues to belong to you. The light you carried never disappeared. It gathers, it breathes, it prepares. When your spirit steps forward with deep alignment, the current will rise again. It will flow with force. It will bless every space it touches, and it will recognize that you, once again, are ready to hold it. You have carried a sacred gift since the beginning. Long before you understood healing, long before anyone gave it a name, the light within you was already moving. It worked through you without noise or instruction. It reached others through the quiet power of your presence. People came near you, shared something hidden, and walked away lighter. After they left, a silence remained, something impossible to explain. A shift occurred in them. A doorway opened in you. The light had passed through. There were moments when someone cried just from speaking near you. Their breath deepened, their chest softened, their voice shook, not from fear, but from recognition. You listened. You stood still. You offered nothing more than presence. But something inside them healed. That moment carried a current. That current came from the light moving through your energy field. You may have believed it was kindness. You may have thought it came from your nature. You may have described it as empathy, calmness, or deep listening. But what flowed through you was something different. It was sacred. It was structured. It was the blueprint of healing woven into your soul's design. You didn't name it. You didn't feed it. You didn't protect it. And everything unrecognized eventually retreats. This gift never disappears instantly. It fades through repetition. It steps back gently, moment by moment. When you gave too much without returning to your center. When you stayed quiet while your soul asked to speak. When you allowed exhaustion to replace restoration. The light responded by seeking shelter. This field of energy lives with intelligence. It senses direction. It follows remembrance. It gravitates toward vessels that honor its rhythm. Your soul knows this. It understands how to carry light. But when alignment dissolves, the gift returns inward. It enters the quiet space where purity is preserved. You are not outside this gift. It still lives within you. It still breathes under the surface, but it no longer stands at the center of your actions. It has relocated to the deeper chambers of your soul, where awareness must walk in and reclaim it. The healing energy once moved through your hands, through your silence, through your presence. It changed people without words. It softened fear, opened hearts, and gave others the strength to rise. That same energy remains intact. It is whole. It is waiting. The light chooses the soul that listens. It returns to the one who watches, honors, and prepares to serve. It answers the voice that speaks with sacred clarity. And it flows again when the soul says, "I remember what I carry. I choose to hold it with reverence. I am ready again." A sacred moment is occurring right now. Your presence here fits into a time stamp that has been recorded in the spiritual records. The marks on your hands are not decorative symbols. They are evidence of the divine authority sealed within your being. As the letter M rises from the folds of your palm, as the crescent moon rests silently at its center, your soul receives a command rather than a message, a remembrance rather than a discovery, an activation rather than a curiosity. The first key to releasing this light is simple: recognition. Let your eyes gaze upon your hands, not with doubt, but with sacred awareness. This symbol does not require confirmation. It has served its purpose. The moment your gaze aligns with your knowing, something ancient within you will awaken. You are not just observing skin. You are witnessing a vow made before your body was formed. No counsel is needed to confirm what heaven has placed. You bear a seal from above, and only you can speak the words that set it in motion. Your breath holds the key. Your consent opens the gate. Your willingness is the vessel. The healing power you once shared with others still breathes within you. Its silence is not its end. It simply waits, not for permission from others, but for your own declaration. Right now, that declaration rises. No ceremony, no theatrics, no ceremony, just the authority of your awakened soul. When you speak from that place, your energy becomes a command, and the light responds immediately to the command. Change begins not through effort, but through connection. Now you stand at the threshold. Behind you is the version of life that has forgotten. Ahead is the life that remembers. Energy never abandons those who honor it. It only retreats to safer places when misused or neglected. But your awareness now calls it back. Your body becomes an altar. Your voice becomes an invocation. Say the words, not as a wish, but as a covenant. I do not forget. I remember now. I carry the light. I carry the healing. I carry the responsibility. And I protect what heaven has given me. The moment these words are formed, something changes. The layers that once hid your power begin to dissolve. Parts of you that were silent begin to open. The light recognizes its name when called by its bearer. Your soul is never out of reach. It was simply waiting for this exact moment, when memory meets readiness. Now the door has opened again, and what was once far away is now coming home through your hands, your breath, your presence. Let the light know you are ready.